Hi there, I'm Valerie Comer, author of about 40 Christian contemporary romances, including this one, Marry Me for Real Cowboy. What's it about? A desperate kiss and a fake marriage proposal. Saddle up for the story opener. Chapter 1. Adam Cavanagh strode across the parking lot, his thoughts clicking along with his boots on the slick pavement. Was he honestly slinking home like a whipped pup? He'd be right back under his stepfather's grinding thumb once he drove up the ranch road. How could that be an improvement over risking life and limb every time he blasted out of the chute on the back of a bronc? His decision had been easy 10 years ago. Get out, make it big, thumb his nose at Declan Cavanagh. It wasn't so simple now. Not when Declan would throw him into the saddle with a self-satisfied grunt and order him to work like he was a delinquent child. Adam needed door number 3. So far, it had failed to materialize. "Get your hands off me!" a shrill female voice demanded. Adam tensed, his step faltering. Where was that coming from? He couldn't tell in the darkness. A low male voice answered. The woman replied more calmly, firmly. She must be okay, and it probably wasn't any of his business. Plus, he was starving. Still, he hesitated, scanning the parking lot again, but nothing appeared to be happening in any of the pools of light from the street lamps. Nothing besides angling sleet. He was imagining things. It happened a lot ever since his buddy's nasty accident in the arena with thousands of fans watching. Adam shook his head and entered the Golden Grill. Man, he'd missed this place. There were a few empty tables, and the aroma of fried liver and onion rings wafted his way. His stomach growled. Where was the host, anyway? The door behind him swung open, ushering in the late October night. Adam glanced over, and his gaze collided with a woman with wild hair and eyes to match. She wore jeans, a down parka, and a ratty backpack over her shoulder. Cowboy boots on her feet. Good Montana girl. He nodded in approval. She hesitated, glancing around the restaurant, back through the door closing behind her, then over at Adam. What was with her? He couldn't help grinning. She was stinking cute. If that had been her yelling in the parking lot, he wouldn't mind coming to her rescue one little bit. She launched at him, her arms wrapped around his neck. "Pretend you love me. Kiss me." Who was Adam to argue with an invitation like that? Besides, his arms had already shot around her, mostly to keep his balance from the impact of her compact body. He kissed her. She kissed him back. Well, how did she ever? The door cranked open again. Footsteps. Boots again. Heavier this time. "Riley, I didn't mean—" "Whoa." Adam caressed her lips for a few seconds longer, but he really needed to see what trouble had arrived on the heels of this 30-second diversion. The girl, Riley, opened her eyes slowly and smiled up at him. "Thanks," she breathed. "You're a lifesaver." Being her hero sounded good. He pressed his lips to her forehead and looked over her tangles to see the guy she'd been escaping from. No way. Scotty Erickson? Adam couldn't keep the disbelief out of his voice. It was probably reasonable to expect to run into people from his past when he was less than an hour from the family ranch, but why did the first guy he saw have to be this dirtbag? He tightened his arms around Riley. If Scotty wanted a woman who didn't want him back, he'd have to go through Adam to get to her. "You?" Scotty all but spat the word. "Let go of my girl. Come on, Riley. Enough stalling. Time to hit the road. Looks like it might start snowing soon." Riley shook her head slightly against Adam's chest. "Your girl?" Adam managed a sneer in his tone. "Rye, honey, you two-timing me?" She blinked up at him, her back still to the other guy. "Never." That sounded promising. Get lost, Erickson. Scotty braced his feet. Adam took a quick scan for a weapon but didn't see one. The scum wouldn't likely be that stupid. "Hey, did you get a chance to pick up the engagement ring today?" He nuzzled Riley's hair, still eyeing Scotty. "When will they be done resizing it?" She pulled back. He got a little distracted by those wide eyes. Oh, and the soft lips. He kissed her again. Not yet. She sounded breathless. Maybe in a few days. The sooner the better. I can't wait to make you my own. Scotty scoffed. Get in line, Cavanagh. We don't want any trouble in here. Do I need to call the police? A pudgy, middle-aged man stood beside the hostess desk, eyebrows raised. Adam hesitated. Erickson and the host didn't seem to know each other. He shook his head. Not at all. My fiancé and I met here for a peaceful celebratory dinner. Adam jutted his chin toward Scotty. He was just leaving. Thanks for joining me on Wednesday Excerpts, hosted by Tony Shiloh.